Whenever somebody says that a reality show is not scripted, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You are tripping.
Right. Definitely.
So how are you? You good? Chilling?
good.
Relaxing?
Yeah.
You looking comfortable?
Thanks.
Yo, can I just say California is one of my favorite songs off the EP?
Thank you.
I love it so much.
Oh.
It's so good.
Thank you. That's one of my favorites too.
I love the R&B vibe of the EP.
Thanks.
I really love R&B. I stand for anything R&B.
Yeah.
Is that your jam?
Yeah. R&B is really special to me in a lot of ways. Like I grew up listening to all different types of music, all different types of artists, but that's the one that really like hits me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, soul music really is my jam.
I saw some of your favorites like Patti Labelle and whatnot, and I was like, what do you know about Patti?
Yeah, that's crazy. So I have a funny story about Patti. So yeah.
This is me getting super interested because I leaned in. Go on.
So when I think I was about 7 or 8, my dad's actually a songwriter.
Okay.
And he ended up writing a song that went on an album of hers. And anyway, so fast forward to a few months later, she's doing a tour in LA. And I got to go to the show. And so I'm backstage, which is insane. I met her. Haven't seen her since, but I met her that day when I was like 8 years old.
Oh, okay. You didn't get a pie.
I wish. No, but I do get those from Walmart though. Okay. But anyway, side note. But I'm backstage with her.
Right.
And my uncle, who's a producer, was like, hey, like, you know, my niece wants to be a singer. She wants to be an artist one day, but she's shy. And all Patti said, she turned around and she said, Bella, my real name's Isabella, right? So she goes, Bella, if you want to be in this industry, you got to keep up with Miss Patti. Come on. And we walked down the hall, and I walked on stage.
Did you walk on stage with her?
No. I stayed in the
Did
back.
you like? All right. So if she was talking to you,
Yes,
I would have been like,
I was dying.
Humana. I would not know what to say to the queen, to the legend.
Right. She's so cool. I love watching interviews with her too. Like just hearing her speak and her wisdom just as a woman, she's awesome.
Did you ever see, I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but did you ever see that classic interview when she was on Tyra Banks and this lady was telling her not to eat the candle and she like went off?
No,
like
that's amazing.
I got to show it to you after we're finished with the interview. But
I'd love
like
to see it.
It was like the best thing on the internet ever.
Oh my
Because she was trying to talk down to Patti, and you know Patti from Philly, she ain't having none of that.
Never.
I'm so glad that you like old school R&B. I really like that.
Thanks.
That's so good. So let's talk about the EP.
Okay.
What was your favorite part about making it?
You know, so the EP, finding the sound is probably my favorite part. Like the journey to get to even making the EP, and that took about 4 years. My producer KIIS and I, we worked 4 years to get to that point, and just writing and kind of finding myself as a writer. When I met him, I wasn't songwriting at all. I was like, I'm a singer, that's all I do, you know, and he really pushed me to write. And so that was probably my favorite part, just kind of finding myself as a person and as an artist, a songwriter.
So when you're writing, like what are you using for inspiration? Like what are you pulling from? Are these situations that happen to you, situations that happen to friends? What happened?
You know, I do pull from friends actually a lot, but a lot of this EP is me based, my own kind of story and trying to find myself and own myself as a young woman and, you know, take back my power. One of my songs, Power, is really special to me for that reason. But yeah, and some of it's a little bit based off of people around me as well, even family members and just growing up and my own experiences.
What about Shampoo? The music video I feel like is kind of, I don't want to say rough, but I feel like it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shampoo, you know, when I wrote Shampoo, it was a pretty easy song to write because I feel like so many people have been through this situation where you don't feel seen, you don't feel heard by somebody that you love. You're like, I'm going to leave this here, you know, at your house. Like I say, I left my shampoo in your shower, right? And maybe it's an accident, but maybe it's on purpose. Maybe it's to remind you, like, I'm here. You know, like when I'm gone and we're not together anymore, maybe you'll see it and you'll miss me. And, you know, I feel like we all do these things sometimes that are like, you're over it, but you're not over it. Right.
Absolutely.
And like, be seen, be heard, you know? And so, the video was really special to me, to create because it tells that story. And I think it goes even deeper into mental health and how important it is to check in with the people that you love, whether that's a relationship or not. you know, like friends and family, like, are you good? Are you healthy? Are you okay? Do you need to talk? Like, I'm here. And so the video really represents being in a relationship where you're right next to me and you don't see me.
Right. You know what's interesting? I feel like just now, like in recent years, we're starting to get comfortable about talking. You know what I mean? About mental health and whatnot. And I feel like it's important to, you know, be healthy, you know, body-wise, but you also have to be healthy mentally. You know what I mean?
Completely.
And I feel like nowadays, you know, people are starting to talk about it, get therapy. Like, there's nothing wrong with therapy. You know what I'm saying?
It's incredible. And I think it's one of our biggest issues as human beings is feeling like we have to kind of be perfect, especially sometimes with the people closest to us. It's like, I'm fine. You know, are you really fine? Like, we need to be able to open up better. I think we are getting better at that, though.
I wonder why is that? Like, why are we just, I'm fine? Is it that we just don't want to?
I think it's pride.
You think so?
Yeah. I feel like we're raised sometimes to be that way. Like, show the world that you're okay, you know? Instead of being like, you know, and you'll say like, what's up? How are you? And everyone's like, I'm good. How are you? You know, but sometimes it's like, what if we weren't? What if we were like,
right.
I'm having anxiety. What about you? You know?
Right.
Like, I think we're going to get to that place, but we have to put our pride aside sometimes and just be real.
Do you get anxiety when it comes to performing?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I think I'll worry the day that I'm not nervous. You know, I think nervous energy, sometimes you can transfer and it's energy, right? And I want people to feel energy when I'm performing. So I'm okay with the nerves. Like, I think I've gotten to a place where it makes sense almost. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once I'm out there though, it kind of like
it
switches.
Off,
yeah.
Really?
I feel like 30 seconds in, I'm like feeling it. And then I'm like, okay, this energy needs to be passed on, you know?
What are you nervous about? Just doing a good job? If the people will like you?
Yeah, I think it's different also when you're performing your own music. Like, now that I have this EP, it's my voice, it's my words, it's my feelings, you know, so I think it's actually easier. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, I don't know, it still hits you, you know?
Did you get nervous performing like right here in this stage?
Yeah, I got a little nervous.
Really? Because it's well, you know what's interesting? I would find it extremely nerve-wracking performing in front of them, even though it's people that you travel with and that you know.
Oh, they're the most nerve-wracking to perform in front of.
Absolutely, because they want to make sure that you, especially your stage moms over there and dads, they want to make sure that you do well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, totally. But it's good nerves. It's not bad nerves. It's good nerves.
You know, talking to you, it's hard to believe when I read that you were shy. I can't even think that that's a thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely shy. But I think music is like how I get my feelings out and express myself, mm-hmm. as opposed to other things. Like, some people are really big personalities, and I think I say what I need to say through my music.
You know what's interesting? It's always the shy people with the beautiful voices and the larger-than-life personalities, mm-hmm. when they go on stage and perform. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it goes back to what you're saying. You just are out there getting your music out there. You know what I mean?
I'm trying.
Well, you're doing it. It's really good.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Juice.
Okay, let's talk about it.
It's a great song. I like it.
You.
I was listening to it driving on Riverside on our way here.
Oh, cool.
Such a good song.
Thank you. Juice is, I love Juice because I feel like it's a very like 2019 situation type song, like a situationship. Mm-hmm. Like, this love just came out of nowhere. It was unexpected. I didn't want you.
Right.
And now you just fell into my life, into my lap, out the sky. Like, where did you come from? That's how I feel about Juice. It's kind of like just that, why did this happen? And now we're in it type feeling, I guess.
Did that happen like in real life? Or was that something from...
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple times in my life. And not even just with relationships. Like, not just romantic situations.
Friendship.
But like, yeah, or opportunities. It'll be like, how did I get here? How did this happen? And all this stuff had to happen to get here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think relationships are like that too. You're like, if we didn't know this person, we'd never meet. And now we're, you know, a thing.
Doesn't that blow you away? Like, if you didn't meet one person in your life, like, you wouldn't have met another person, right? And so forth and so on.
Like, pretty much everybody, you know, is because of all these different things that just had to happen.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is.
So what's next?
Ooh, so right now, I have 2 videos out right now from War Raindrops, and then I'm working on 2 more. So those are going to be cool. I love doing visuals. I think visuals are so important to go along with the music. I think they tell the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm working on some visuals, and then I'm back in the studio doing the second EP. So that's exciting.
Whoever you worked with for this first one, please bring them back.
Right. I had such an awesome team. My producer, KIIS, we do everything together. We also had Des, who came in on Shampoo with that. And also Y2 and Brittany B helped write some of the records. And they are so awesome. So, yeah, I got to have all of them back.
I swear, man, California is my, like, I was listening to it over and over and over again. It's just, you know what it reminds me of? Like driving on PCH, windows down, sunroof open on a nice blue sunny day and just chilling, right?
Yeah, you know, California is actually the second song I ever wrote. And so it was interesting for me to write. It's sometimes it's hard for me to perform just because it's so emotionally it's like this love just hit me over the head type. You know, that's what the song's really about. And it's kind of like a temporary love, which is sometimes the hardest love, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, it's not going to work out, but it's magical in that moment. And so California, I'm the same. I love listening to it with like the windows down.
It's so good.
PCH. Yeah.
I know, like just enjoying the breeze, a nice sunny day. That's a really good song. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Let me hit you with some would you rather questions, okay? Just to see where your head is.
Let's do it.
Would you rather never hear music ever again or lose the ability to read?
I'd rather lose the ability to read.
Same.
For sure.
Who needs books? Look at R. Kelly.
Right.
Would you? Sorry. Okay. All right. We'll move on. God. Jeez.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay.
Would you rather be the richest person in the world or the smartest?
The smartest.
Would you rather brush your teeth with hot sauce or ranch dressing?
Oh, I love hot sauce. So hot sauce.
Me too. I don't like ranch.
I like ranch. I like ranch
Do
too.
you? I
just like hot sauce more.
I'm a hot, spicy type of dude.
Same.
Would you accidentally like a picture from your ex on Instagram at 3 a.m. or accidentally send a text to your mom and the text to your mom is not friendly?
I'd rather like the picture at 3 a.m. That's so specific and
I know
terrible,
because that's when.
But I'd still pick that one.
That's when you get the "you up" text. Oh, what's up, big head?
Oh, totally. Or you like one photo and then you accidentally like another one, and it's from like 17 weeks ago.
That's when you know you are doing some creeping at 3 o'clock, and you got one thing in mind.
Yeah.
To read a Bible.
I'd still pick that
one. All right, here we go. What's next? What's your dream collaboration?
Ooh, my dream collaboration at the moment would be with Kehlani.
You know, I was on Twitter and somebody actually mentioned you with Kehlani.
I
don't
probably
know if you
saw
see
that and I probably died because that's my dream.
They were like, I think they were talking about how the EP is giving them Kehlani vibes.
Ooh.
Something like that on Twitter.
Ooh,
So that's interesting that you said that. Her voice is crazy.
Her voice is crazy. And I love what she stands for. Like, as a young woman, she's awesome.
I'm glad that you said that. Okay. So where do you see yourself as an artist in 10 years?
Ooh, I really hope to have in 10 years, let's see. I hope to have like at least 3 or 4 albums out. I really want to get involved with stuff like makeup and style. I love, so I could see having a line, maybe doing a makeup line, Iyla, eyeliner, whatever. We'll see.
Obviously, you tried to contour my face.
Yes, I did try to contour your face. I also really want to be able to get involved with working in schools, like bringing music to schools, and especially schools that are kind of struggling, like introducing music in their lives and just how it can really change your life. It changed my life. So that's kind of what I see. For the next 10 years.
I think it's terrible when the arts programs leave the schools,
Me
though.
too.
Because I feel like there are some kids that thrive in arts and maybe not be good, you know, academically.
No, I think 1,000%. I went to a performing arts high school, and so half of the day was academics and the other half was whatever you majored in the arts. And man, like my whole life is different because of that. So even if you just had 1 hour a week of an arts class, I think that would change your life. It just opens up your world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We definitely need the arts back in schools.
I agree.
And if you could say one thing to everyone that supports you, what would it be?
Ooh, if I could say one thing, I would say, well, first of all, thank you for supporting me. And be yourself and own who you are. And that's what I try to do every day, is just be authentic and be myself. And that's what I really want to encourage all of you to do, is just own who you are, because who you are is beautiful and amazing and you're worth it. That's all I have to say.